I'll walk through Tokenmetrics and show you how I personally would use Tokenmetrics to get a better understanding and do an investment or trade in either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any altcoin. Okay, so this is Tokenmetrics right now. So right now we have short-term trading. So let's say I'm looking for a short-term trading opportunity. Just make sure this is turned on here on the left. And looking at the opportunities right now in crypto, these are the opportunities Tokenmetrics thinks in the next 30 days. So 30 days or less. That's the time frame for short-term trading. Time frame is 30 days or less. For a long-term investor, is 12 months or longer. So if I want purely a short-term trading opportunity, the best opportunities right now are Bitcoin, 89%, Ethereum, 87%, Zcash, 84%, Maker, 83%, Matic, 82%, Helium, 80%. Now actually, this is still being scored. There is a glitch at the moment because there are 2 Helium tokens, and we're pulling in our pricing and our pricing data from CoinMarketCap. And if you go to CoinMarketCap, Helium was officially listed on BBox or BuyBox exchange. However, there is a different Helium, which should not be confused with the Helium I'm talking about, because the other Helium is a shitcoin. So definitely don't want to be taking that L on this. Because if we go here and put in Helium, this is not the Helium I'm talking about. Okay, this has no volume, no liquidity. If we go here, it's only trading on Crex24, which is a bad exchange. Now the Helium I'm talking about is Helium.com, which is a different one. It has, actually sorry, and it's not this other one as well, because this is what's confusing CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap has this, and because we're pulling in our data based on the symbols, so this is not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about is also HNT, but it's not on CoinMarketCap yet. But that's the whole purpose of Tokenmetrics. The idea is to find hidden gems before anybody really knows about them. And Helium, for those who've been subscribed and following us for a while, you know that we've been very, very bullish on Helium. I myself have been mining out for the last, I don't know, 3-4 months now at this point. So I'm in on Helium. Just want to kind of put that out there. I definitely do have skin in the game. All right, so, but regardless, because CoinMarketCap will list it once it's on 2 or more exchanges. So let's give it, I would say, 2 to 4 weeks before CoinMarketCap has Helium on there. So ignore the trading data, but the fundamentals and technology grade is still the same. But regardless, once the TA score starts pulling in, you guys can see we're very, very bullish on Helium. It's going to be, in our opinion, a very good project, especially with the market cap. Now just go through our past videos for more intel on that. Going through here, we have Holochain, Monero, Cardano, and Waves. Okay, but you're probably saying, Ian, how do I use this to make a trade? Okay, so first thing first, I would only look at the top 10. I would not look at anything below this. And then I would look at, we have fundamentals, technology, but more importantly, if it's a short-term trade, I would find something that is in a very bullish trend, or maybe worst case bullish. So for instance, if we just add the filter here, very bullish. And I also want liquidity. So I want something with very good volume. So let's say I want volume to be greater than 1 million daily volume. Actually, no, 10 million is probably better. Okay. So looking at the volume for that, now let's go back here to sort by the grades. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Maker, Matic, Holochain, Monero. All right, so let's say I already have some Bitcoin, I already have some Ethereum. I'm looking for an altcoin to make a trade on. Well, according to Tokenmetrics, next up would be Maker. So if we go into here, let's now take a look and see what Tokenmetrics has to say about MakerDAO. So we already know it has good fundamentals, decent technology. Let's go to technical analysis. So we see here it's very, very bullish. So we have these different oscillators. The EMA are bullish for the 9-day and 200-day. Now looking at this, so in the last month or so, the lowest price it went was about 240, and it's been as high as 343 on April 7th. Wow. And right now it's basically around in the low 300s. So looking at that, so this says it's very, very bullish. Now let's take a look at the price predictions. Now these typically also have a different mindset. So one thing just to clarify, the models we use for short-term trading ratings are different from the models we use for the price predictions. They're two different models because people are asking Ian, how come the models conflict? Because they're different models. So ideally you would like the models to be in alignment because that means you have two independent models crafted differently that are both giving you a very, very bullish sign. Now, sometimes they're in conflict. So when they're in conflict, you definitely want to take things with a great grain of salt. But I would say, I personally would opt for the token ratings over the price prediction models because in our analysis and research, those I would say are better indicators or predictors for a bullish trend than looking at just purely the price prediction. I know lots of people love the price predictions, which is good, but I myself would opt for the other ratings because they encompass up to over 74 different data points. So in my opinion, that's a better way to find a good trade. Right, back to this. So looking at this, we see that this is, so in red we have the actual price, and in purple we have the predicted price. So for the most part, obviously it's not perfect, but the idea is for the price prediction is really just to give you an indicator of where the trend is going. So here we see, obviously this was when, here we had some pricing issues with our API, but for the most part it's kind of been close. So down here obviously was coronavirus, but as we go here, it's now getting closer and closer. So the predicted price has been a lot higher than the actual price, but here on April 18th, the actual price went up. Now here we see the predicted price. So it was actually predicting the price to dip and then recover and go back to where it is. So this, this is kind of in conflict with where things are going. But all in all, though, looking at the next 30 days, though, it's basically saying the price will be pretty much where it is right now. Now, this accuracy has been about 80% or so in the last few months. So that should be taken with a grain of salt. So that there's one possible trade with Maker. If we, let me go back here. If we go back to, okay, it took my filters off. Let's see what other trades we had. We also had Matic Network. That had decent volume. That was very bullish as well. Okay, let's pull up Matic Network and see what that has to say. Okay, so same thing, very, very bullish. The customs here are bearish, but the model's not really giving them much weight for the most part. Now this has really been in a steady uptrend. It came from a low of basically 0.01 all the way to 0.012 or 0.013. And going to the prediction models for this. Wow, okay, so this one actually looks better. So looking at this, so both models are predicting short-term dips in the next 1 to 2 weeks in crypto, but then they're predicting a huge run-up. Okay, so this is very interesting. So the price prediction model likes Matic Network a lot more than it does MakerDAO, even though MakerDAO has a higher rating. So just as a way to kind of diversify, if I was looking for short-term trades, I'd probably go into these two. And now this really gets me thinking, because the price prediction models are predicting the first 1 to 2 weeks of May a positive uptrend, and that is in alignment with the Bitcoin halving. So if we pull up the halving chart over here, let me just pull this up here. So we have 22 days until the Bitcoin halving, when the block reward will cut in half from 12.5 coins per block to 6.25 coins per block. So this is May 12th. Now going back to our price predictions, so if we go back to Matic Network, so it's saying Matic, the closer we get to the halving, the more positive it expects Matic to perform, which I found very interesting. Now let's just compare this to Bitcoin, because obviously we have to see how Bitcoin will fare versus this. So if we go to price predictions for Bitcoin, it also has Bitcoin trending up. So actually Bitcoin has a very, very short dip here. So our models are saying Bitcoin could go as high as 9,200, almost 9,300, coming to the Bitcoin halving. Okay, not bad, not bad. So I mean, that's how I would personally use Tokenmetrics to go through and try to find a possible trade. The whole idea isn't really trying to find the perfect trade, because perfect trades rarely happen. Nobody's perfect. The idea is to find what's happening in the short term and what's the probability it's going to perform well. So looking at the models, we're basically seeing that Matic Network and Maker are definitely good candidates. Now, if we go back to Matic Network here, let's say I want to put in a trade for Matic Network. How would I craft my trade? So back to the price prediction models. So if we go down here at the bottom, it also tells us different high and lows based on the model predictions. Okay, so let's say you want to go all the way to the halving. It's predicting a price of 0.02408 cents in US dollars, but it's saying it can go as high as 0.0301. So this would let's say you go into the trade and it goes all the way to this price point. I myself personally would think of this as a take profit target. So if it goes here, you should definitely take some money off the table, whether it's just your initial or whatever method you have, but definitely take some money off the table. And then down here, prediction low, this could possibly be your first initial stop loss, right? So this could be stop loss 1. This could be some other stop loss, but this one is very, very low. But looking at the trends, I would say this could be one possible stop loss, and this could be one possible take profit. Now, obviously, this is based purely on the model. This is not based on any form of technical analysis. If you're a trader, I would use this as a tool to supplement and complement your current TA. And I will also use the ratings we have here as a way to supplement and complement your technical analysis. So meaning that typically before any trade, you have several things you like to check, right? So let's say you have 3 checklists. So checklist 1 could be, it has good ratings on Tokenmetrics for short term. Checklist number 2 could be the price prediction models are very, very bullish. And checklist 3 could be the charting and TA also say that, hey, this is very, very bullish. So we could say, here, let me just go back to Tokenmetrics again. So checklist 1 could be it's top 10 or top 5 on overall grade. Checklist 2 could be the monthly TA trend is in the highest category, so it's very, very bullish, or it's bullish at the worst case, but I would say ideally very bullish. Then the third one could be the price prediction models. So for anybody out there who's a customer on Tokenmetrics, I think having those 3 checklists, right? So being top 10 in overall grade, short term, being top 5 or being very bullish, I would say, on TA, and price prediction models also being very, very bullish. That's one way you could leverage Tokenmetrics to find winning trades. Now, Tokenmetrics has been performing very, very well in the last, really since beginning of the year. We had lots of winning trades. Lots of the best performing cryptocurrencies each month Tokenmetrics has found. So for instance, last month, Monero, Dash, Chainlink, and others. So we're definitely very pleased with the results thus far. Obviously, it's not perfect. There are some hiccups along the way, but overall, right, as it says up here, become a smarter investor and subscribe to Tokenmetrics today to leverage the platform. We have 14-day free day trial. So sign up, nothing to lose. As we get closer to the Bitcoin halving, this could really be a great opportunity to make some money. Let me know what you think.